Not gonna lie, when it comes to the value section of a brand story, this is where I see a lot of my customers come unstuck. Thinking about what's most important to you seems really easy until you actually come to do it. And the temptation is often to rush over this section. It's like, who actually really cares? Hello, I'm Hilary Solzman and welcome to the Everyday Storyteller. This episode is part of a special brand story masterclass dedicated to getting your brand story written once and for all and giving you the confidence and know-how to get out there and tell it. For those that have been following along, we've already smashed your purpose, vision and mission out of the park. Now it's time for your values. And yes, people do really care about them and they do really matter. And here is why. A good brand story not only gives your audience an idea of who you are as a person, but maybe more importantly, also tells them something about themselves. The most powerful stories are like a mirror, showing them a glimpse into their own lives, adding value to their story, and creating powerful connections between what they see as important and the things that you hold dear. In simple terms, people look to work with others or buy from brands that share the same values as them. If you don't talk about your values, how will they ever know? Sounds like a lost opportunity to me. Your values are the principles that guide you in everything you do. And if you have people working for you or plan to bring them on board in the future, they also guide what you expect from others. So, to help you write the values part of your brand story, here are my top tips. Number 1, be true to yourself. This means not saying what you think others want or expect to hear. Tip number 2, don't talk about a value like sustainability or diversity just because you see everyone else doing it. It will trip you up. You have to believe in your values. You have to really live them day in and day out. And you need to be prepared to defend them. And by that, I mean have examples and proof points to back them up if you're questioned on them. Tip number 3, dig deeper beyond the obvious. Being honest, transparent, fun, or working with integrity are all fine. But do those words really mean something to you personally? If not, have a think about injecting a bit of your own personality. And that leads me to tip number 4. Think about how you can say what you really mean with different, maybe more creative words in line with your own brand style. You really can have fun with it. For example, rather than describe a client as honest and transparent, I use the words 0 shades of grey. What you see is what you get. Or you could just make it a bit more personal, a bit more human. For example, saying we delight our customers rather than saying we're focused on customer service. And finally, tip number 5. Don't forget to tell your audience what your values should mean to them. How do they impact the experience of working with you? How do they add value, excuse the pun, to their own sense of what's right and wrong? To everyone that's made it this far, well done. You've perfected your purpose, realised your vision, mastered your mission and sorted your values. All that's left is to get out there and tell your story. Listen to the next episode for practical tips on exactly how and where to share your brand story as part of your content strategy. Thanks for listening.